People often ask me what drives someone to keep pushing forward through failure, through uncertainty, through those long nights when everything seems impossible. And I've realized it's not always a grand vision or a billion-dollar idea that keeps you going. Sometimes it's someone who reminds you why you started in the first place. For me, that realization didn't come in a moment of success or triumph. It came quietly in between the chaos when I met her. Wasn't someone who arrived with fireworks or fanfare. There was no dramatic music, no movie scene moment. It was much simpler, almost ordinary. But that's what made it so profound. She walked into my life with calm energy, the kind that doesn't demand attention but commands it naturally. The kind of person who doesn't just light up a room, but changes the frequency of it. That was her. At first, I couldn't quite define what drew me in. It wasn't about attraction in the traditional sense. It was a connection that felt almost gravitational, like the world tilted just slightly toward her. She had this rare balance of empathy and strength. When she spoke, it wasn't loud, but it carried weight. When she listened, it wasn't passive, it was complete. And I think that's when it hit me. What I was looking for all along wasn't perfection, it was presence. You see, in a world that constantly pulls you in every direction, data, deadlines, decisions, it's easy to lose touch with what's real. I'd built my life around ideas, ambition, and innovation, but somewhere in that process, I forgot that the most powerful innovations are emotional. Connection, understanding, love. When she came into my orbit, she didn't try to fix me or fuel my ambitions. She just saw me. And when someone truly sees you, you start to see yourself differently too. There's a certain kind of clarity that only another person can bring, not because they give you answers, but because their presence makes the questions worth asking. She challenged me not by arguing, but by existing. She reminded me that strength isn't about moving fast, it's about moving with purpose. That intelligence isn't about knowing everything, it's about being open to learn. That love isn't a distraction, it's the ultimate form of focus. And that's when I discovered something deeper. She wasn't what I wanted, she was what I needed. There's a difference. Want is driven by ego, it's about filling a void. Need is driven by purpose, it's about finding alignment. She brought alignment into my life, not by changing my path, but by reminding me why I was walking it in the first place. It's strange how life works. We chase things. Success, recognition, progress, thinking they'll bring fulfillment. But sometimes fulfillment arrives disguised as a conversation,